Get ready for the unbelievable. A strange object, an interstellar comet called 3I/Atlas, was spotted tearing through our solar system in July 2025 at an insane speed of 245,000 kilometers per hour. Just think, it will pass closer to Mars than Earth. In short, it's like seeing a gigantic meteor with even greater secrets, traveling on a path that defies everything we know. But the craziest thing is this: although our current technology doesn't allow us to reach this flying rock, it's like trying to catch a bullet with an arrow. There are frightening rumors. What if SpaceX, that crazy company owned by Elon Musk, has already been watching? What if it had already simulated something shocking with its Falcon 9 rockets, thinking about how, one day, we could intercept these visitors arriving from outside, perhaps even invaders? Get ready for a story that will make you question everything. This crazy speculation about SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets didn't just come out of nowhere, you know? After Comet 3I/Atlas was detected, a bunch of space enthusiasts started noticing strange changes in the positioning of these rockets. Of course, with today's technology, reaching something traveling so fast from another solar system is, frankly, impossible for a conventional rocket. The amount of energy required is so enormous that even the most powerful engines we currently have wouldn't be able to handle it. But then the burning question arises: what if these movements weren't just routine launches? What if, in fact, they were like tests, rehearsals for a future we can barely imagine? Like a plan B for when humanity really needs to prepare to, who knows, encounter other interstellar visitors, or, on a more tense note, even actual, hostile invaders. Elon Musk, who doesn't mince words and loves self-promotion, has never officially confirmed any of this. But the idea alone makes us go crazy, imagining a scenario where we could actually pursue something that came from light years away. To understand the importance of this supposed move, we need to understand SpaceX's power in this whole scenario. Elon Musk isn't just an eccentric billionaire. When he founded the company in 2002, he already knew he wanted to revive the space race, at a time when the business was somewhat stagnant and major agencies like NASA didn't have much money. No one believed in him at first, but he invested his fortune and bet on the future, in a niche everyone thought was exhausted. That's why SpaceX has become an innovation machine, an aggressive company that pushes everyone forward. Every launch, every test, every time they reuse a rocket, which is their big idea, by the way, it's all part of a much bigger plan, to develop technology so we can operate in space quickly, efficiently, and much more audaciously than anyone has ever dreamed. So, if anyone on planet Earth were seriously considering, rehearsing, an interception of a visitor from another star, you can be sure SpaceX would be in the mix. The Falcon 9, with its unique look and reusability, isn't just a pretty rocket, it's a symbol of what SpaceX is striving for. It can carry everything: experimental payloads that no one imagines, satellites, astronauts, and its launch frequency is unmatched. This all shows that space exploration can be flexible, constant, and highly adaptable. But that's not all. SpaceX is constantly testing and improving new propulsion technologies, the Achilles heel of our exploration today, and even using artificial intelligence to calculate spacecraft trajectories and plan incredibly complex missions. The ultimate goal is one: to prepare humanity to go far further, even for missions as crazy as intercepting visitors from beyond our solar system. Even though Musk's main focus is taking us to Mars, those who know him know he won't settle for just the red planet. So, if the Falcon 9s positioned themselves in a way that simulated the interception of 3I/Atlas, it was like a real test, a trajectory simulation, a way to gain experience and even train the AI for what's to come. And even if SpaceX denies it, for some, this masterstroke is already underway. Now, 3I/Atlas isn't just another comet, it's the strangest thing we've ever seen, an enigma that defies science. NASA, of course, says it's a normal comet, but images from the Gemini South Telescope in Chile showed a beautiful, clean tail, perfect, almost as if it were posing for a photo. Unlike our comets here, which have turbulent tails due to the solar wind. And it doesn't stop there. The James Webb Telescope, which sees the impossible, discovered that the cloud of gases surrounding it has a surreal composition. Carbon dioxide dominates water ice in a ratio of 8:1. This suggests something shocking. This object wasn't born nearby, it came from somewhere else, where stellar conditions were completely different from ours. Perhaps it was born in regions where CO2 froze in gigantic quantities, or perhaps it has a protective shell that prevents water from evaporating, allowing only the most volatile gases to escape. All of this explains why it has such a lush, dense tail, even though it's so far from the sun, and isn't the water ice we're used to. Things get even more sinister when we look deeper. 3I/Atlas's spectroscopy, which is like a cosmic blood test, detected nickel and a lot of iron, something we've never seen in other comets. And its age? Over 4.6 billion years. In other words, it's older than our own solar system. And as if that weren't enough, it also exhibits some incredibly strange behavior, an acceleration that can't be explained solely by the sun's gravity and subtle variations in brightness, as if the comet were engaging in controlled activity. Because of all this, respected scientists like Avi Loeb of Harvard University broke protocol and dropped the bombshell. He said that 3I/Atlas could be an artificial probe or an advanced technology alien spacecraft. This idea became a huge buzz on the internet, forcing NASA to spend a lot of time denying it and saying that, no, it's not alien technology, but just a comet. Strange, but a comet. Can you believe NASA had to deny the existence of aliens because of this comet? But thinking ahead, what if NASA is wrong? What if we can't rely solely on Falcon 9 rockets for future interceptions? Would we have other options? The answer is yes. And we already have some in orbit. NASA itself has already thought of something brilliant, using the Juno probe, which has been orbiting Jupiter since 2016. Through gravitational maneuvers that seem straight out of a science fiction movie, the so-called Oberth maneuver, it would be possible to redirect Juno toward the comet. Basically, the probe would use Jupiter's huge gravity to gain an absurd speed, and at this point of maximum acceleration, it would ignite its engines. It's like a multiplier effect. The faster it's already going, the more powerful the engine's thrust becomes, without using a ton of extra fuel. With this technique, Juno could get close enough to the comet to scan every detail, its chemistry, its structure, its magnetic field, all with advanced instruments. It's proof that, in the future, we'll be able to use what we already have to explore otherworldly visitors in an incredibly efficient and creative way. Beyond all this speculation surrounding 3I/Atlas, SpaceX isn't standing still, quite the opposite. They're spearheading huge projects that will forever change human presence in space. Just think, the Starship HLS spacecraft, which they're developing for NASA's Artemis program, is supposed to take astronauts to the moon again. This starship will be so large that it needs to be fueled in orbit before continuing its journey to the moon. And that's not all. They're also developing cargo versions of the Starship HLS to carry incredibly heavy equipment, such as internally pressurized rovers, to future lunar bases. This means SpaceX isn't just launching rockets, it's building all the infrastructure for us to live and work on the lunar surface, paving the way for us to reach other planets. NASA itself has already stated, loud and clear, that any chance of us going to Mars depends on the success of the Artemis program. The moon will be our base, our testing ground for developing the technologies still needed to keep astronauts safe and alive on Mars. It's a large-scale, step-by-step preparation for humanity to become a multiplanetary species. Meanwhile, you don't even need to be a NASA scientist to track this bizarre comet. Super-modern and intelligent telescopes, like those in the Unistellar network, allow ordinary people to track 3I/Atlas in real time. They're in the constellation Sagittarius, pointing straight at the center of our Milky Way. It should appear visible again in December 2025. And get this, when the comet passes close to Mars on October 3, 2025, probes like the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will have the chance to zoom in and collect incredible data on the comet's gas cloud and nucleus, complementing everything James Webb has already seen. Scientists hope that, with all these observations, most of 3I/Atlas's mysteries will finally be unraveled. But most importantly, for us here on Earth, is what we can gain from this rare chance to have a visitor from another system. It's an opportunity to learn like never before, test our limits, improve engineering, and even rethink our entire billion-dollar scientific structure. 3I/Atlas isn't just a comet, it challenges us to plan, build, and dream bigger than ever. Every piece of data it sends, every trial run we conduct, pushes us toward a new era, the era of true human interaction with outer space. One day, our rockets won't just look at them, they will pursue them closely, unlocking secrets we can only imagine today. Crazy, huh? Do you think 3I/Atlas is just an ordinary comet, no matter how strange NASA claims? Or is it hiding something much bigger, as Avi Loeb and others suggest? And the story of SpaceX's Falcon 9, do you think it was pure coincidence, or was it a secret test, a silent preparation for a future where we intercept visitors from other stars? Have you ever wondered what we would do if such an object were actually a probe with technology that isn't ours? Leave your most shocking theory in the comments. What did you think while watching this video? Have you ever heard of anything similar? Tell me everything that intrigues you. And if you enjoyed this journey through the mysteries of space, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing, and, of course, activate the bell to stay up to date with the next shocking and revealing videos that we post here every day. Thanks, and see you next time.